Hi, this is John Taylor from Duran Duran.
And this is Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran. We're going to talk a bit about our new album. It's titled Rio and was recorded in February this year in London in Air Studios.
Yeah, the album's produced again by Colin Thurston, who did the first album for us. We're very pleased with it. I hope you're going to be. We're going to go straight into the first track on the album. It's the title track. It actually relates to the album cover, which we used an artist from Los Angeles called Nagel, and the girl on the cover is in fact Rio.
The second track on the album is called My Own Way. You may have heard it before as a single, but for the album we decided to rework it because as a band we felt that it was a little fast and we thought it'd be interesting to try and remake the song without the strings. So here it is.
Right, that was My Own Way, the album version, which is, if you didn't recognise it, it was the last single here. The next track is Duran Duran Go Very Laid Back, I think it's called Lonely in Your Nightmare. It's one of the songs that we did a video of in Sri Lanka. It's going to be on our video album later in the year. Nick?
We did a demo of it, which totally changed during the album. The demo was called, what was it, The Feeling?
I can't remember now. But I'd just like to say it's the only track on the album that I use fretless bass. The next track is a new single, or it may already be out, I'm not sure, but it's going to be the first single from the album. It's a track called Hungry Like the Wolf. Going back to what we mentioned earlier about the videos, Hungry Like the Wolf, we made a video for in Sri Lanka again. I hope you get a chance to see it because we're very pleased with it. We think it's the best video we've made, and if you know anything about the band you'll know that videos are very important to us.
And it was done with an Australian guy called Russell Mulcahy, who also did our Planet Earth video and My Own Way video, which have been shown over here. It's very different, I think, because we tried to take it outside the studio surroundings and use actual location shooting, which was a lot of fun and a lot of hard work, but I think the results are really good.
Anyway, but back to the track. Anyway, I hope you like it. As I say, it's the first single from the album, and this is Hungry Like the Wolf.
That was Hungry Like the Wolf. It's the fourth track on the side, and the last track, Hold Back the Rain, was probably, I suppose, the album's Careless Memories. It's sort of a lot faster than the other tracks, but I think probably the most typical sounding Duran track on the album.
Probably the only track on the album which would easily fit into the first album, I think.
Yeah.
It's very typical Duran Duran. It's called Hold Back the Rain. Hi, this is John Taylor from Duran Duran speaking to you here. On my right is
Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran, and we're talking about our new album Rio. And we're just going on to the second side, the first track being New Religion.
Yeah, the side opens, as he says, with the track. I think it's probably one of the more epic pieces we've ever done. We've tried to conjure up a sort of mystical feel with it, at the same time keeping a very definite groove.
This track is one of the longer pieces, as John says. I think we've retained a certain continuity as we did it with the first album, the first side being a lot more poppy songs, and the second side being more conceptual, longer, laid-back pieces. This track took quite a long time to actually mix in the studio. It's quite complex, but we're quite happy with the results of this one, New Religion.
The second track on side 2 is called Last Chance on the Stairway. When we started to record Rio in January, we basically got about 2.5 tracks together for it. The rest of it we had to write in a month. But this particular track we'd had around for quite a long time, and we were playing as the only new number on our British tour at Christmas '81. So anyway, as I say, it's EMI seem to think it's going to be a single. We're not quite sure, but this is called Last Chance on the Stairway.
That was Last Chance on the Stairway. The third track on the side is called Save a Prayer Until the Morning After. Again, it's quite a long piece. I think probably the most laid-back song we've ever done, in competition with Lonely in Your Nightmare. It's possibly going to be another single off the album. It was again a video which we filmed in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, we felt that we were able to get certain images in the video. The song's obviously got a religious sort of bent. We used a lot of Buddhist temples and a lot of processions, and there was one scene in particular for this video, if you see it, using elephants, where we hired 125 extras. Anyway, I think it's probably one of the best songs we've written from a song point of view. As I say, it's maybe going to be a single. It's called Save the Prayer. Right, that was Save the Prayer from Rio, the new Duran Duran album. Now the last track I shouldn't really talk about. It's called The Chauffeur, and it's very heavily synthesizer based, so I'm going to turn to Nick Rhodes on my right.
Well, I like this one because I spent a long time with it. It was
very long.
Very long time.
Too bloody long.
It was an old song which we'd had knocking around for a long time, which needed something doing to it, so we didn't really rehearse it before we went into the studio. We just took it into the studio and started to work on it there from a rhythm box and a sequencer track, and then just added things from there. It is very different, and it's by no means a general direction that we'll be heading in. It's just one track on the album. It's called The Chauffeur.
Hi there, this is John Taylor from Duran Duran, and on my right,
it's Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran, and we'd just like to say, stay tuned till later on and listen to our radio special.
Hi, this is John Taylor from Duran Duran. I'm going to be joined by Nick Rhodes later on this evening, and if you stay tuned, we'll be talking about our new album, Rio.
Hi, this is Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran, and later on I'll be joined by John Taylor in the studio talking about our new album. So keep listening for our radio special.
Hi, this is John Taylor from Duran Duran. I'm going to be joined by Nick Rhodes later on in the week when we're going to be having a radio special talking about our new album, Rio. See you then.
Oh my God, is it that many? How embarrassing.
I mean, I think you reach a point when you realise that you do have a history, which you just start accepting. I mean, I think Duran Duran, we thought of ourselves as a new band for about 8 or 9 years, and then we started thinking, wait a minute, we have released quite a few things now, and now that it's sort of almost 20 years, it's been quite a ride. Well, I think that there is definitely a part of Duran Duran that's got the electro pop thing. I mean, we cross between that and Brit pop, I suppose. I mean, somebody said the other day, well, isn't this what you were doing when you started, really? And I think in a way it probably was. I mean, obviously it's a little different now, but in that great tradition of English pop groups that dates back to the Beatles, the Kinks, the Who, all those things. That's the stuff that influenced Duran Duran.
I guess it's kind of like being on a tightrope. It's better if you don't look down. You know what I mean? It's better if you don't if you're not conscious of it, if you just carry on going and you concentrate your energies on the things which really matter, which to us is music.